All right, we are back. We don't know what happened, but it seems like we're having the same problem. I don't know what's going on in somebody's connection, but it's okay. We got a young man on here that we want to introduce to the world. We want to introduce to everyone. His name is Sapir Garrick. Sapir, what's going on, man?
Hi, what's up?
Nothing much, man. We are bringing you on straight up on game, and right now, we just want to talk to you about how you've been balling these last couple years. What you look forward to this season, and just a little bit about like your future. Right? We have a pretty nice following. So what we'd like to do on straight up on game is let you be you and tell the world about what's going on. So without any
Yes.
further ado, hey, tell us about your upcoming season.
Yeah, about my upcoming season, like I'm really excited about this season because like it's gonna be my senior year. It's gonna be my last year, so I just want to give everything I got and ball out for not just for my teammates and my coaches, but for my family too. And I feel like this season is gonna be really good because we've been rebuilding a lot, and practice looks way better, and like things like that. And the team is really coming together as a team this year. So I think like this season, like we're really gonna do good, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I am so excited, man. Been watching you for man, Skyline, man. Back in the day, when you were just starting off, believe it or not, you never know. You never know who's watching you, and like you have a great support system at
Mhm.
Morse High School, and a great great running backs came out of there, and you're going to be listed as one of them playing DB as well, right? You play a slide, you can play anything. So, tell us about like a little bit
So
about like your athletic ability, because I know there's probably some recruiters that's probably going to somewhere down the line look at this. Or what can you tell a recruiter when they see you? Like tell us, sell yourself right now. Sell
like,
yourself.
well, what I would say first is I play with like a lot of heart, and I give 100% like every single play and every single practice, and also I like try and lift up and encourage my teammates and be the leader that I should be. And like about my athletic ability, I could really play all around the field. I have experience playing multiple positions because growing up like playing for Skyline, I played like different positions like quarterback, I played linebacker, so things like that. And yeah, I just feel like I'm a very versatile player, and I'm gonna give everything I have on the field.
Well, I can tell you right now, not only that, we see how you are everywhere. When I turn on, YouTube, not YouTube, but Twitter or Facebook, or that is a good sign, young man, because what that says is you have a lot of potential to make it about the community and be able to help your family. Matter of fact, help yourself. You know what I mean? Be able to get a degree, able to represent Morris High School, and then, like you said, I mean, you have Keely Smith, right? My fellow Hornet, my dog over there. You have Coach Tracy McNair. I mean, you have all of these coaches that's over there that's going to support you, that be able to get you to the next level. So, like, we're really excited to watch you and see what you're going to do this season. And talk to us a little bit, because I know you got the invite to the Heritage Bowl after the season to just be able to represent Morris High
Yes,
School and
sir.
yourself. How does that feel to be in the fifth? Well, it's the third annual in San Diego, but the fifth Heritage Bowl. How does that feel?
Well, it actually feels amazing. Like every single year, I've watched the Heritage Bowl, and like I've looked up to playing that game like so much. Like every single like even last year, like I was there at the game on the sideline helping, and like it was just a great feeling. And I just want to experience that and just represent my school and my family and just everything that I stand for, and yeah, and just ball out for the game.
Yes, sir. And I know you got a great support system. One thing that I do know that you have a great support system, because like even randomly I may see something. I don't know if it's your mom or your aunt or somebody. They're always like supporting you, man. And tell us a little
Yes.
bit about like that support system at home. Like how big is that for you?
Like it's really big for me because like I've been playing football ever since I was like young. So like my mom like she's like a really good support system to me. Like she's never missed a game ever since I was 5 years old. So like I really thank her for that, and I appreciate her for that, and my whole family too, who comes to the games and support me too. That's like a really big factor in what I do, because it's not just me believing in myself, but it feels good to know that other people believe in me and want to see me do good as well.
Yes, sir, man. God don't make no mistakes. And one thing I will say, everyone who comes to the show, we always leave them with that. Keep God first and just follow all your dreams, man. That you can do it. I know it sounds cliche, but you really can. If you put God first, you can really do whatever you want to do. That is like not cliche, because now we're using the word of God. So when you are out there on that field, man, continue to do it, but just always acknowledge, God, right? Always acknowledge Jesus Christ when you out there, man. You out there making moves and doing all this stuff. You get tackled. Oh, the next play, I'm thinking, God, give me some more, give me some more juice or whatever, and just keep it going. That's one thing that I made sure that was implemented in myself. And obviously my son Demarion, right? And then my uncle Eddie Ford, the same thing. And then all the great running backs that came before all of us. Like, you got the twins that ran out there, Kerry and Gary, that was, I can go on and on. Jesse Campbell. I mean, Archie Amerson. I mean, we're the
my
Mecca.
coach right there.
Right. It's the Mecca. San Diego is the Mecca of running backs, and you are one of them. And we have another running back, I think, in DN that's going to be on the line. We're going to give him the same knowledge, but you need to understand that you are a very important place right now in your life, that there's a lot of people still looking up to you and depending on you. So we appreciate you. Try to hold tight if you can. We're going to bring everybody on and kind of give you guys some, once D Harv come on, it's going to have a fun segment. And we're going to talk about a little college football and NFL football. So hang tight, man, and we'll be right back with you.
Sir.
Mr. Superior right there.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome. Man, what a great kid. What a great kid. I'm telling you, like, he's phenomenal. He's phenomenal.
Absolutely. Enjoyed listening to him.
Oh, he's a baller. He's a baller.
I bet. I can't wait to, I'm going to follow him because I want to see how he does this season. But just his whole personality, the humility there. And young people need to realize, especially when you're an athlete, and you're looking to, and if you're looking to go D1, but you want to get the attention of recruiters and coaches, humility is the key. It's all right to be confident, but you don't want to be arrogant and cocky and prideful when it comes to how you present yourself and how you represent yourself, your family, your school, because there's so many other talented young people who are as good and maybe even better than you. So you want to present yourself in a way that makes you stand out and really puts you in a position of being considered and being offered, those opportunities, such as this, playing in the Heritage Bowl, being offered a full ride, being offered an NIL deal because of how you represent yourself and represent your school.
Right. Well, we got another young man we want to bring in next. And that was some great words. I'll even take that. You got me hyped up. There's another young man we want to bring on, Randy Terrell. Randy, what's up, man? How you doing?
Oh, what's up? I'm good. How are you?
We're doing well. We're doing well. Hey, tell us about yourself. Tell us about yourself, man.
My name is Randy Terrell. I go to Monte Vista High School. I recently moved out to California a few years ago, before my freshman year at 8th grade, right during the end of COVID. My team is pretty good. Last year we came off a CIF ring. I'm hoping we can do better this season. We didn't have really a great start to last season. We started off a little bad, but we worked our way up. Thankfully, a team opted out of the playoffs, and we took our chance, and we got a ring. And I'm thankful for that.
That's awesome.
I did a little to stand out last season. I'm hoping to do more this season. Hopefully get a scholarship. Do way better than what I did last season. I'm a little I'm a little smaller for a defensive end, but I make up for it in my speed and I get off the ball pretty fast if I do say so myself. There's always somebody better, but I'm hoping I can do whatever I can to be better, make a statement. Anytime I go in a game, I'm hoping to make a play. Simple. I'm trying to do something to uplift my team, always be a leader. Even though I know I'm not the best guy always or on the field, but I'm just trying to do whatever I can to make a statement always. If you see our last few playoff game, I did a little bit to help out the team, thankfully. So that was pretty good for me. I was pretty excited about getting the ring and stuff. But I'm really hoping this year I can do better, hopefully get my name out there, see where it's going to go.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, I looked at your huddle. I looked at not just me, but our whole panel. We have a panel full of coaches. We have probably about 5 coaches who are not actually coaching this year that look at every single player that coming into the Heritage Bowl. And man, you don't play like your size. So you play bigger than what you are. And on film, it actually looks like you're faster, like you said. One big thing that I'm going to say, man, it ain't about the size no more. You do have speed. Tell the world about your whole drive. Like, what really drives you when you're on that field? What drives you?
Honestly, I just really love the game of football. I didn't start playing young like a lot of people, but I really love it. Freshman year, I came out. I got in. My friend told me to come out and play, so I was like, I'm gonna try it. Freshman year, I didn't really get a lot of playing time. I was on junior varsity, the usual. But I worked my way up. I kept getting better, and I fell more in love with the game. And as I started to fall more in love with the game, I think that actually made me get better in a way. Like, I really just love playing defense. I love going out to hit something. Making a sack is just like the best feeling to me, especially on the field when you made a play. It's just like, oh, I did that. It's like it gives you a hype, like a boost, And like I said, I'm not always the best guy on the field. I'm probably not even the best guy on the field, but I'm gonna do whatever I can to make a play. That's it.
Well, another thing, you have teammates around you, right? You have all your teammates around you. If there was one teammate right now that got your back, I know all of them got your back, but one teammate right now that you can stand up to and talk about, who would that be?
Honestly, I do have a few teammates.
Okay.
But there's one I can really speak on. His name is Giovanni Lopez. He's a hitter. He will come down. He will
come and rock you up. He'll come up and rock you.
He's our linebacker. If you see his film, he'll come down and hit you. He does not care. He'll fill that hole. He'll hit you. Even though he is a little slow sometimes, that it happens. People mess up, but he will come down and fill the gap. And that's one thing I really love about him. He's a real hitter. He loves football. He loves hitting. He loves to hit. That's one.
What year is Mr. Gio? What year is he?
He's a senior too. He applied for the Heritage Bowl.
I remember that name.
Yeah.
I remember that name. Your coach. I mean, you guys went to you won a championship. You got a ring. I mean, that's huge. Especially for your school. Like, I know it was a big slump for many years. How did that feel coming out that slump?
Honestly, it really felt amazing. Our coach, he was telling us, don't let it. It was our head coach, Coach Ham at the time. He was telling us, don't let it get to your head. We still gotta continue. We gotta continue to fight. Keep going. It doesn't matter. We barely made it into the playoffs, so we couldn't slack off as much as the other teams. And so I think that also gave our team a boost and morale too. Our coach telling us not to slack off, even though we just made it into playoffs, and it was barely. So, he really helped out. He really helped us out to win the playoffs.
All right. So, do you have the ring? Do you have your championship ring?
I have to go get it right now.
It's all right, man. You ain't got to get up and get it. It's okay. When I was at Lincoln, we made it to the championship and didn't win back in the day. So it's all good. One thing I'm going to ask you is about this. So just like we asked Superior, your support system, man, how would you like your support system at home that when you go to games, you can look in the stands and be like, okay, that's my fan base right there. How does that look?
It's amazing. Honestly, if my mom isn't there or my cousins are always there to support me on my games or my uncles, it's always somebody there. I really thank my mom. She really put in the effort, and no matter what, she understands like football is a sacrifice, especially for high school right now. It's really a sacrifice of time. So, and she understands that, and she helps me out the best that she can. So I really thank her for that. Even my dad, he's helpful. He supports me too. So, you know, it all really just helps when you have that support system. It just boosts, it helps you even more, you know.
Okay. All right. So we talk about your school. We talk about the history. We talk about being in San Diego. Growing up, all right, who was like your favorite player of all time? It don't matter if it's college. It doesn't matter if it's NFL.
Honestly, my favorite player of all time was growing up as a kid. Even though I was a little fat, I was a little chunky kid. You know, my favorite player was always Odell. You know, even when he was on the Giants, I used to live in Cleveland, Ohio. So when he really came to Cleveland, like I really loved it. Even though I wasn't a receiver, he was just my favorite player. I used to love watching him run routes. Like seriously, I give props to him. He's really a good player, great player.
Wow, that's awesome. So we talk about Odell Beckham. We talk about your speed. We talk about that was one of your favorite players. What's your aspirations before we go to commercial and bring in Mr. Ryder? What is like your aspirations after high school?
This year I'm honestly hoping to break out and get a scholarship or get an offer. I'm gonna start applying to colleges soon, obviously, senior year. So I'm really hoping I can do something to make a name for myself this year. I did that a little bit last year, but I got to go above what I did last year. Got to move on from the past.
Yeah, and I mean, getting a scholarship nowadays is a blessing, no matter where you at. And I'll be the first to tell you, I've coached college football. I've been a head football coach in high school. I've coached youth, and the biggest thing you can do is just get a scholarship, because at the end of the day, you want to get your degree, and at the end of that, you want to make sure that a scout from anywhere, it doesn't matter where they're going to come from, will be able to see you. So it doesn't matter what college it is nowadays, brother. You say you have the speed. You never know. They may move you to running back somewhere long. They might move you to, outside backer. I mean, it all depends on where you end up. So I'm going to say more power to you. I think you're a phenomenal athlete. Again, we thank you for being on this show. This is the 40th episode. You can imagine how many athletes we've interviewed and been on this show. And we had NFL guys, and we haven't had a caliber of players on here in a while. So hang around. We're going to bring you back in another 5 minutes, but we're going to get to a quick commercial, and we'll be right back.
We also want to give a shout out to one of our senior football players, Logan, who recently had the privilege of being selected to play in the Wright Family Consulting Group Heritage Bowl here in San Diego and also in Los Angeles.
Honestly, it was a really eye-opening experience, a game-changing experience. It actually felt like a college experience, like a college game. So first they took us to LA in the charter buses. They fed us, and then we had like a big stadium, bunch of people. It was a very great time.
How did that feel, representing your school and your family in such a big event?
It felt wonderful repping the school at O'Farrell. Like repping O'Farrell, I had my helmet. They said O'Farrell over the intercom. It felt good to let people know where I was from and let people know how far I came.
We can't wait to see what else our athletes can accomplish in the upcoming season. Learn more about our incredible sports programs on our website today. Go Falcons!
Hey, that was last year. Was it last year? Yeah, it was last year the year before, actually, in Los Angeles. We've been doing this thing for a very long time. Two of my co-hosts, actually, they were having problems. One of our co-hosts, D. Harv, is all the way in Florida. It is 12:18 there. And Coach T will be getting back on shortly. But I want to bring somebody else on that's next, Ryder Robertson, another phenomenal athlete. And I want him to tell us a little bit about him and what do you do? What position do you play? Where are you from? Let us know.
Well, I mainly grew up in Texas, and I moved out here in California when I was maybe about like 5 years old. And I play defensive end at Grossmont High School in Elkhorn, California. And I'd say it's pretty fun. I like playing defensive end, even though like at the time when I first started playing it, I felt like I was undersized. I felt like that's where I was most needed at. So I kind of developed to the position. I got bigger and stronger for the position, and I ended up really liking it. And last season, ended up making some good stats and some good history with that position. And I'm going to continue to play it senior year and hopefully in college. But defensive end is what I play. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right. Hey, man, I'm going to tell you this. I feel that you are one of our best recruits, just like Randy. I feel like this is going to be a really strong season for you this season at Grossmont. And also, at the end of this season, you'll still have an opportunity to earn scholarships if you don't earn another one, right, during the season at the Heritage Bowl. I believe you guys are like up there on the prospect list. That's why you're on here first at the Heritage Bowl for the draft. So we thank you for being on. Support system. We'll start off with that first with you. We kind of want to mix up the question. So how's your support system when it comes to playing? When you look up in the stands?
My support system, I'd say, is really good. My parents made it to most of my games last season, and I feel like even if they wasn't there, like they still tried to make it feel like they were there as best as possible. Because things happen, they can't make it to every game and everything like that. So I felt even if they weren't there, it felt like they were still in the stands watching me, and like I would show them my film and videos when I got back home, and then they would still support me, congratulate me, and like cheer me on for the plays and things I did during the game. So I felt like even though they weren't there every game, like they would still do their best. So I felt like it was pretty good, and I liked the feeling of it. And I also had other people supporting me, friends and teammates supporting me on the sideline and stands. And whenever I made a big play, come on the sideline, they'll cheer me on. So I felt like I also have other people to look at and to thank for that as well.
Well, I'm gonna say this, man. I like how you interview because you're looking right at the camera. I was a broadcast journalism major, so like I'm looking at all those things. Just like all you guys are interviewing awesome. So recruiters look at that stuff, believe it or not, right? So that's another reason we have this show. We want people to see y'all. We want y'all to be exposed to greatness. We want people to know about what you're going through. Now, when it comes for your season, I haven't played Grossmont in high school when I was at Lincoln, but I know we played them in like 7-on-7 and things of that nature. And they always used to have these quarterbacks, man, these little short quarterbacks throwing the ball quick. Do y'all still do that or what? Is it the same or is it a little different?
It's a little different, but I'll say this year we do have a little shorter of a quarterback. It's because our last quarterback, he graduated. So the quarterback filling in now, he is a little bit shorter, but we don't just throw like short little passes and stuff now. He could throw the ball deep if he really wanted to or if he really had to. But yeah, we don't really do that anymore. That was back in the day. We mix it up now.
Yeah. So goals. All right, we're going to talk goals. I know you play defensive end. What is your number one goal this season going into this year?
My number one goal this season is to start off better. I feel like I didn't start off as good as or as hard as I did last year. I want to start off better than I did last year, 2 times better. And I want to get 2 times more like tackles and stats than I did last year. I feel like I could really get more tackles than what I did last year and do really better and maybe even get up there with like most sacks in San Diego. And I feel like no schedule or anything like that, you still got to ball out and do your best and anything like that. So I feel like this season I could really do something and really get my name out there. And my goals, the main thing is just really getting those stats up and doing way better, starting off way better and faster. I feel like that's one thing I didn't really do as well last season.
Man, that's awesome. So if I was a recruiter, and I think I asked this to Superior, I don't know, or Randy, I don't know, man, these concussions are kicking in. I don't know who I have. But if I was a recruiter, all right, and there was one scholarship available right now, there was you and Randy. I use Randy because y'all play the same position.
Sure.
What would you say about you to get this scholarship?
One thing I'll probably say about myself is one thing about Randy and what I like about him is, yeah, he's undersized and he still plays defensive end and he has heart. But I'd say size is really a really big thing, especially if you're going to play college football at like a higher level. So, that's why, like, kind of with this off season, I've kind of been, like, trying to gain weight and everything like that and, bulk up and get bigger. So that's probably one thing I would say I have on him, especially, like, in college. If you try to play at a bigger college and you're that smart at defensive end, like, you really got to be, like, the best out there if you play defensive end at that kind of size and, like, at a big college. So that's probably one thing I'll probably say I have on him. So, size.
Okay. That was good. And I'm sure Randy going to want a rebuttal when we get back on here. But, hey, another great thing I want to say about your coaching staff, great coaching staff, man. Big shout out to your coaching staff. Big shout out to Grossmont High School. El Cajon, right? El Cajon. Is that where y'all located, right?
Sure.
El Cajon, yeah. I'm trying to remember my cities from being from home. But you guys, white, yellow, and blue, something like that. I wish we would have played Grossmont and Lincoln, but I think it would have been bad back in the day. We probably would have beat you guys like 63-0 or something. But when you was playing, you probably would have beat us 63-0 because you probably would have been sacking us. But we want to bring everybody on. Thank you, Ryder Robinson, for your expertise about yourself. This is where we're going to have a little bit of fun. My co-host, I don't know what happened to them, but I'm going to bring in everybody. Superior, you still there? I hope you didn't fall asleep, man, for all that running Coach Tracy done made you do today. But I want to bring everybody on the line. We'll wait till Superior get back on here. And we're going to have a little fun. We're going to talk about grades first, all right? And we're going to talk about how important grades are. Superior, you there? Looks like he'll get on in a minute. We'll get him back. So we're going to talk about grades, all right? Because I know there's probably some viewers like, man, y'all talked about all sports, but you didn't talk about grades. How are y'all grades? And it's okay if you feel that it's not where it should be. But let's talk about them. How's y'all grades?
I would say my grades, definitely freshman and sophomore year, I really didn't think of grades as like a big thing. So my goal, my mindset freshman and sophomore year was just like, as long as I get a D or better and I pass, I'm good. But I definitely regret it now. That's why I'm taking ingenuity to make up those grades and get C's or better in them, so that way I can go to a good college. But my grades were good. Last year I passed with pretty sure 3.0 or 3.1, and B's, C's, and A's in all my classes. But my grades right now is good, and definitely they are right now because the school year just started. So my goal is to keep C's or better in each of them. I'm making up what I messed up freshman and sophomore year.
That's good. That's good. Anybody else want to give a big shout out to your academics?
Yeah, honestly, it's the same for me with my freshman and sophomore year. My sophomore year grades were better than my freshman, definitely. But last year I finished with a 3.3 or a 3.3. So I definitely stepped it up. I'm hoping to do better this year. Hopefully I can. I think I'm going to take ingenuity again to switch it so I can make those grades up just because,
So
for me,
that's not bad. Go ahead, Superior.
Oh, for me, it's a little different, like my freshman year and my sophomore year, I actually did really good with grades and stuff, and my junior year. But like towards the end of my junior year, like it did get hard, and I did mess up a few classes. But I went to summer school for those, and like I made them up with all A's. And
there we go.
I have like a 2.75 accumulative, because I've been trying to get my cumulative GPA up higher, because a lot of colleges been telling me like I need a 2.75 accum or I can't sign and things like that. So I've just been really focusing on my grades, and I've been with like all my coaches, like Coach Mack and Coach Logan, really helping me like stay on track, and like they put me on course so I could like sign in January. So I'm just really trying to like stay on my stuff right now, but I've been doing pretty good.
Awesome, man. You got a great support over there too. Coach Logan, big shout out to Coach Logan and Coach Mack, man. They're gonna make sure you get up out of there. That's for sure. Same thing with Ryder and same thing with you, Terrell. You guys got great people around you, so they're gonna make sure that you guys get up out of there. Randy, what's up, man? We ain't heard nothing from you yet. You waited to laugh.
Oh, you didn't hear me when I said it earlier?
Yeah, I did. I heard from everybody, I believe. Hey, so I do want to tell y'all something because I know we have some good viewers on here. So when I was in high school, right? And I'm gonna give you a quick little so y'all can bounce back, give me information on what I should have done. I was at Morris High School. I got expelled from Morris High School for fighting. I was at a 3.5 GPA at Morris High School. And then I made the wrong choice of getting in a fight. So I got expelled from Morris. And then I didn't want to go nowhere else out the community. So I went to Lincoln High School, right? So I'm thinking I go to Lincoln, my grades will stay the same. My grades dropped and they raised again. So I was in the same predicament as some of you guys, like with the C's and D's. It wasn't because I wasn't smart. It was because there was so much stress and so many things going on. And there was some curriculum I did understand. And it was just the time I didn't figure out. I wasn't mature enough to kind of balance everything out. But one thing that I wish I would have done over for all three of you guys is talk to my counselors more. You know what I mean? Because I felt like a lot of counselors don't really know football in high school. They really don't. They only really know a lot of the academics. So like talking to your counselors more and then also doing more research on the colleges that you're trying to go to. So like me, I had no clue. I knew I was good, but I didn't really know, you know what I mean, what I wanted to do. So I ended up at Lincoln dropping out my senior year. I was homeschooled and it affected me at all of the scholarships that I had, you know what I mean? So I had to go to a JUCO. I went to the JUCO route. I set out for 1 year and I had all my years available. So I set out for one, I still have 4 years to play. And then in JUCO, that's when my grades really started to make sense because I started to mature. I started to figure things out. And, you know, I say, you know what? I'm not going to be a statistic. And we have some young African-American strong men on here. And you don't want to be a statistic, right? So the thing is, start now. You know what I mean? Start now. Like, hey, okay, mom and them, maybe they can't help me. They may be working or somebody busy, but I'm going to figure this thing out. I'm going to make it no matter what. I'm going to figure out a way to make it. And I think that's the thing with all of the people around you. Just start picking their brain. I don't care who it is. If it's your coach, he is dedicated to you. His time is to y'all. The people around you, their time is dedicated to y'all. So don't be afraid and ashamed to ask them the questions that maybe they went through too. And that's what made great coaches. So again, long story short is I went through all of that, dropped out, got kicked, expelled, and still made it to the NFL. I took a long route, still got drafted, still did all this, had a baby as a teenager, but I still stayed the course. So young man, y'all stay the course, man. Academics are very important. But then there's a balance too. Get in those when you talk to your teachers, right? You're going to be talking to your teachers coming up when y'all start. It's the senior year. You don't want to get that lackadaisical senioritis that everybody get. Trust me, because it's coming. Because camp is coming. You're like, oh my God, I want to start school. I know. But y'all trying to get paid. And you know what happens now in college football. So wherever you go, just know that there's somebody depending on you. I'm depending on y'all. Since I'm giving y'all knowledge and people around, I'm giving y'all knowledge. I'm depending on y'all now to be successful because I gave y'all some nuggets. So the people watching and they're hearing y'all talk, there's some young man and young woman right now that are going through exactly what you're going through. So I want you to just think about that. So now while you're thinking, I got another question for you. So how many of y'all know about you know, the NIL and all that stuff that's going on right now? Y'all familiar with it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I got a question for all y'all because I want to pick your brain. If you're in high school right now, all right, and there's two schools. There's Duke University, which is, I can't even talk bad about it because I may be a coach there or something one day. I can't talk bad. There's Duke University, and then you got UCLA. UCLA says, all right, you get here, I'm going to give you an NIL deal of $50,000. You got Duke University say, you know what? I'm not a big time money guy, but I can give you all 4 of your years and pay for your master's program. Which school are you going to? And you're a baller. Let's say you're on top of the world, you're balling out, you're doing all this. What's more important to you? So it's an open floor.
I would choose Duke, to be honest. Cause like even if I get the NIL like 50,000, like that would be good, and I'll still like do a lot with it and split it up and invest it in things like that. But going to school all 4 years and getting your master's, pay for the program, that's going to help you like more in the long run and make you more money in the long run. So that's really what I would choose.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like that's the best choice. Money is good, but you can always earn an NIL deal even while you're balling out at Duke. So, yeah, Duke is for sure the option.
What about you,
Yeah,
Ryder?
adding on to that, because they're paying for everything for you, so that's actually a good deal. And then also you can still play football and ball out, and you can still earn money and everything like that. It might be a little bit longer, but I feel like doing it like that and not having to pay for anything like that is actually way better and a smarter idea rather than having to pay for school and having to pay for everything else. So I feel like doing the Duke route and having them pay for you is actually going to be better, and then it can actually get you further in life as well. If you go to school, pass, get money like that, and with work and jobs in the future as well, and you can make more money.
Man, all great answers. I mean, you have your own, and the thing is, the way you all answered was perfect. Now, the same question, you're gonna have family, you're gonna have friends, you're gonna have all types of people coming up to you. There's a lot of pressure, and I'm speaking because I've been through it all. We didn't have NILs, but we had agents still. So there's a lot of different components when it comes to academics. The reason why I asked you that question, because we haven't even factored in the season is coming. We haven't factored in, okay, you still got to get your grades, but at the same time, you need a social life. You got your homeboys, you got your homegirls, you got midterms, you got all these different things, other sports, you know what I mean? So like when it comes to this type, real life type stuff, I want y'all gentlemen to just weigh it all out. My pastor used to always say, count the cost. You count the cost first, right? Count, like calculate what you really want to do first. And then go from there, and don't weigh away from your decision. You know, if there's a decision that you really want, there was times where I had to tell my mama and my dad, like, hey, like I don't want to do this. This is something I want to do. And you have to sit down and talk to them where they can understand, right? So this is all types of different things that young man and young woman goes through. And I'm glad that you guys are a part of it. You know what I mean? And I'm glad that you're on live right now, sharing it with the world. Anything y'all want to ask me, any knowledge, because this show is our 40th, so like I just want to just give knowledge tonight. It ain't even about the entertainment, it's about actually having you gentlemen on here and be able to ask me any questions you want.
When you went to JUCO, how long did it take you like until you went like to the next level?
Okay, so basically out of high school, I went to Washington State first. And then how I ended up, like my coach got fired from Washington State, Coach Mike Price. So they try to hide me, right? So back then we didn't have NIL, but we had what you call high profile players. So what coaches would do is send you to all of these different JUCOs in California, Kansas, you know what I mean, all over the United States, and just sit you there and you're under the radar. So that's what happened. So I was at West Hills College in Coalinga for a year and a half. So I was there for a whole year, and I have to have less than 9 units. I couldn't be a full-time student, or my clock would start. So once your clock start, even now, right, like you only have 5 years to play for. And sometimes in the instance, right, it really saved me because it took me 2 years to play JUCO ball. I'm sorry, a year and a half, but then I also got my AA degree in like a year. You know what I mean? So I utilized that AA degree to be transferable because you need 60 units to transfer anywhere in the United States. So that gave me the opportunity to take my trips in Alabama. I got offered by Alabama, Florida State, Notre Dame, wherever you think of. And at the time, I just had to make a choice. Okay, do I go to those schools where I know there's like 20 other running backs? Or do I go somewhere in California where I know my family is around? I know I'm able to make a difference, and I created a small fan base. So that's why I went to Fresno State, because of that. So yeah, that that extra year of JUCO ball gave me that extra year as a freshman. So I went straight into playing, D1 football. So there are decisions that you can make without you rushing and without you having to stress out. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out the math. And I'll tell you what the math is. If you are a young man or a young woman who are being under recruited, go to a JUCO. Point blank. You're going to stress out trying to worry about going to all these different places. You don't have that much money. They're going to give you a partial scholarship, pretty much. You're going to go somewhere and have to pay all this money. You're going to have financial aid depending on what your parents are making, the income. And then if your parents if your parents make more than a certain amount, you have to come out of the pocket, whatever the difference is. And then if you don't come out the pocket, whatever the difference is, the next year, they put you on what they call probation, and then financial probation. And then if your grades stay the same, then they'll find ways to keep you there and keep you under the units. And then you can't play football because you don't have enough units to be eligible. Right. So I'm giving y'all what normally happens to a lot of our peers when they come home. They ready to ball, but they can't because they still have to pay out of pocket. Mama and dad, pops or grandparents struggling at home, so you can't afford it. So they come home. So then when they come home, there's already 2 different classes or 3 different classes that came through, right, playing JUCO ball or something. So now you're kind of lost in the shuffle. So that's why it's important to have people around you to be able to tell you how it really works. When you go to JUCO, if you go to JUCO and you're not heavily recruited, the best thing you can do is go in as a freshman from high school. That's the best thing you can do because you're going to be able to develop your body, your mindset. You're going to also be able to get used to college football from all different people. You're going to have dudes that just wake up and want to play football and go to JUCO. That's 30 years old, 25 years old, 18, 19 years old. So these are not going to be your top quality the whole time of athletes. And then you'll be able to ball out the next year. All you got to do is put up mediocre numbers with what you had in high school. You'll get a scholarship offer. That's how easy JUCO is. No lie. That's literally the math. The math is go if you're not heavily recruited, you're barely getting recruited later on in the season. I'm saying like November, December. Think about it. Go to a couple combines, whatever that may be. See where you line up, and then make your decision based off of your grades, based off of your play, based off of who you line up against. That's how that's how you're efficient with your future. But just don't go off of your family members, your homeboys, or even some of your coaches, right? They want you to go certain places. I know I did as a coach. Hey, you should go here, but it's maybe not the best fit. So these are the things you have to think about. When you do, and we're just talking about the JUCO to the fans, thank you so much to all our viewers on Facebook. We're talking about, just the status of your eligibility. And then once you get out of JUCO, think about this. You're prone to come out of JUCO and start no matter where you at. When I was a college coach, once you play JUCO ball, we're bringing you in for you to start, right? And be in a rotation. We're not bringing you in to sit the bench because you already have that college mentality. You already played college ball. You've been through that system. If you are a bounce back, so let's say like my son Demarion, he was at I can't even think of the college, Western Colorado. So he left there and went back to JUCO just for 1 year. Since you're a bounce back, you automatically start in JUCO. Does that make sense to y'all? So there's different things that you have to make decisions on. I want y'all just to think about your future and just take your time. Don't rush to it. You all are good players. I watch your film. So you've already submitted it. So I know what you can do on the field. It's just, what are you going to do on the field this year? What comes with it? I mean, staying on course with your coaches, your academics, right? Blocking out everything that doesn't make sense to y'all. So if it does not make sense, don't even do it. If it doesn't make sense, we're openly like, hey, let's go on a date. But there's a game on Friday. You go to the movies on Thursday. You all day you've been studying. That's not a smart move. right? So there's little things like that, right? You're playing a video game all night. You're buying V-Bucks and you're playing Fortnite and whatever you play, Madden and all these college all night. And then what happens? You wake up the next day, you're tired, and it affects you for the day. So I'm going to leave it at that. But I can talk all day and give y'all knowledge, but this is a show tonight for y'all to get that free one-on-one 411. So I hope I answered your question. I try to answer all of it in one.
Yeah, you did. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. We got Coach T back on the line. She took a nice coffee break. Fellas, we have about 8 minutes left on the show. Is there anything else you want to talk about? Let the world know about you, or what about HBCUs? Are you guys? How about that? Would you like to be recruited by HBCU?
You can go first.
I'm interested to hear this.
Me personally, I wouldn't prefer it, but I'd say being recruited by anything, honestly, is a blessing. So it wouldn't really matter to me at the end of the day.
Yeah, honestly, same thing. You know, just to get an offer or recruited, it's an amazing thing. It don't happen to a lot of people. So if you get that chance, honestly, I should take it.
Okay. So I agree with y'all, but I was opposite. I was hard-headed. I had HBCUs give me offers, and I'm like, I'm not going to no HBCU. And now that I'm older, I wish I would have took opportunities, you know, if it didn't work out. Because the thing is, remember I mentioned earlier, no matter where you go, a scout gonna come and find you. If you in the middle of the woods in Delaware, it don't matter. They will come and find you. So that's a good answer. Coach T, you're on the line. Do we have our next guest ready, or is she gonna come on? Or
Yes, actually we do.
all right. So fellas, before we bring our next guest on, we're gonna let y'all roll out, and we're gonna keep in communication, obviously, because we got the Heritage Bowl stuff coming up. And we're gonna try to make some of your games. There's coaches and there's team members that will be going to all the games anyway. So keep up the good work. Like I said, you guys are really high on the prospect list anyway. Just follow all of the guidelines, and we're going to send you another text tomorrow on the next event that we have coming up for you guys. All right?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you.
Thank you for having us
Thank
tonight.
y'all. Y'all have a blessed one.
You too.
Yeah, you too. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
All right. It looks like we have Coach T and Hannah Gilmore. It looks like Hannah would look like she's like, you know what? I'm ready to go to bed because we had a long day today. See, I know how it is. But look, you got to get on because you're one of the first in history to be playing in the Heritage Girls Bowl. So, like, you got to say something. You got to say something. So let the world know about you. Tell the world about you.
I'm Hannah Gilmore. I am a junior currently attending Christian Brothers High School. I play on defense. I am a linebacker and a corner.
In case you wonder what she's looking down at, she's doing double duty right now, which was kind of why it was kind of hard to bring her on. She is a braider. That is her side hustle. So as we speak, she is braiding one of her teammates' hair because school starts Wednesday.
Look, already starting to grind. I love it. So while you braid, the biggest thing is I think there's like a few girls that are going to be coming to San Diego. I think it's 12 girls, the highest draft picks as we evaluate from now until December 20th. So how do you feel being a junior for the first inaugural Girls Bowl game, and then knowing that you possibly can get drafted again or drafted this year? How does that feel?
It feels amazing. I am very excited to be a part of this. It's really just an unspeakable feeling. I feel great.
Awesome. Now, can you tell me a little bit about your speed? Do you have speed? Do you got speed?
Speed?
Do you have speed?
I got a little speed.
Because I just want to know if you got some speed, because you're gonna have a lot of fans watching y'all. I want to hear them say, "Ooh." Hey, I want to hear something. I want to just hear a dead game. But we'll start off with this. How long have you been playing football?
I have been playing football for about 4 years.
Okay, 4 years, and obviously you started off with your mom, right? Started off playing in that league.
Yes.
And how was that?
It was good. It was a little up and down. I had a little moment where I didn't want to play, but I still played, and that's really where I fell in love with football.
Okay. Who's your favorite team? NFL team.
I have to piggyback off of my mom and say the 49ers.
Okay, of course, 49ers. So you don't like the Raiders, is that the deal? You like the 49ers, you don't like the Raiders?
The Raiders are okay, but the 49ers, yeah.
All right, because there's going to be some NFL players that's going to be around, especially we have a group that we sing, and some of them played for the 49ers and the Raiders. So we're going to see how that conversation end up by the time we're done. But we are excited. We are excited that you are a part of the game. How's your grades? Your grades looking right or what?
My grades are good.
Yeah.
I ended last year with a 3.7. 3.7.
Oh, congratulations. That's good. That's good. So just like I asked the other brothers that was on here, because you are a prospect. All right. You're a prospect. If I was a scout, because there are many colleges that we are in contact and going to contact for the Heritage girls, what would you tell me to offer you a scholarship for flag football? About you as a player.
About me as a player. I'd say that I'm a hard worker. I try to push myself. That's a tough question.
That's why I asked it. It's a hard.
What about
because
team-wise?
It's hard to sell yourself, huh?
It is. But I would say that I am very much a team player, that I try my very best to be what's the word I'm looking for? I'm very community based. Like, I love the community within a team. So I am very able to work with the team.
Hey, look, it's all good. This is new. This is, especially when it comes to women's sports, this is the main reason why we're doing this. Because now not only are you going to be interviewing, you're going to be part of a distinguished group that we're going to be that's going to be happening next Sunday as well, that you'll be able to publicly speak when people ask you these things. You'll be able to talk to recruiters, talk to managers, talk to whoever, and say, you know what, I am a lady and I do play football and I am really good, and this is me and this is what I'm about. So we appreciate you. We're going to let you get back to braiding your hair. I wish if you can braid I ain't got that much hair up here, but grow it out. I'm gonna grow my hair out to see if you can braid me up a little bit. No, but we appreciate you. We appreciate you, Ms. Hannah, Coach T. We're gonna get back with everybody and have a good night.
Sir.
We'll talk to you soon.
Yes, sir. I will say this: she's a leader. She was a leader on her previous team. She was a captain on her previous team, and she is very much a team player, and she will definitely you give her the opportunity. She help coaches up younger players. She did that with our youth program. She was one of our junior coaches. And she's very supportive and encouraging and will cheer on her teammates. So, and I'm not just saying that as her mom, but just from watching her in practice. She's committed. She works outside of practice, working out at home, watching film at home, having discussions in terms of breaking down film, noticing things offensively and defensively. So she's really becoming a student of the game. And I think that that's important. If you want to play at the next level, that you become a student of the game, study your craft. And so, we find her just doing things on her own, working out on her own with her brother, who, has played football, played flag, even played semi-pro football. Mm-hmm. And so she's a committed young lady. She is 10 toes down. She's all in. So any school that would choose to recruit her, two things they don't have to worry about are her working hard, being a student of the game, and they don't have to worry about her eligibility because she's pretty much been an honor roll student since elementary school.
That's awesome. Great track record.
Yes, sir. And Mr. Gilmore are very proud of her. She has a good support around her in terms of family and friends. She even got our first lady to come out to one of her football games. So you can believe she will have a contingent in San Diego to watch us make history with the first ever Heritage Flag Bowl.
Yes. Well, all I'll say, I'm excited. This was a really great show. It kind of turned out as a knowledgeable type spin. Again, to our viewers, I know a lot of our viewers got off because we had technical difficulties and got back on. We will be back though next Monday, 8:30, same time, same place. We'll have 5 more athletes back on, and we'll have some special NFL guests as well. And awesome. We will see you guys next Monday. Have a blessed. And there's some comments, but we couldn't even see. Superior phone died. Oh, okay. Oh, no worries. Nala, that must be mom. No worries. He had a great interview, and we're going to catch him back on anyway. And he's one of our top prospects for the Heritage. So we will be in contact with you all. Yes. We'll see you guys shortly. We'll see you guys shortly next Monday. We only got, 7 days left.
Listen, I'm looking forward to having some more of our draft prospects on the show and being able to talk to them and connect with them. And you alluded to the kickoff for the Distinguished Strong Young Leaders Mentorship.
Yes.
So super excited about the launch of the mentorship program and all the young people we're going to connect with. Is going to be phenomenal.
It's going to be super phenomenal. I'm hearing we're going to have close to 100 kids, young men and young women. I'm sorry, but we have, we have Coach T, who's actually our dean of students at our Sacramento branch down there at our chapter in Sacramento, and then also we have Coach Curtis Johnson, who is the dean of students in San Diego, and then myself in the city of Los Angeles. I will be the dean of students in the city of Los Angeles. And to all of our prospects, you will be receiving tomorrow the invite link for that. Is part of the whole process. What we do in the Heritage, we mentor you for a whole 5.5 months, and it's going to be phenomenal. You're going to learn financial literacy. You're going to be able to talk even better for public speaking, community involvement in your cities. Some of y'all may even have the opportunity to start your own nonprofits. I mean, these are the things. We have a lesson plan that's been thoroughly thought about, and we also have guest mentors that will actually be coming on and teaching lessons as we move through and forward. And we also have our interns that will be able to assist as we move. And to the interns, thank you for the interns. I know we will release them and their names next week, but
Yes.
all of our interns, we really thank you, because once they get to college, and all of our interns are in college, right? Are they're in the transition of having a trade. We write off the hours, all right? And if you are a future mentor, we write off your hours. We require 10 hours a week, and that's only, 2 hours a day, if that, or you can go 3 hours one day or 4 hours. It all depends. And all you do is soak in great energy, soak in great knowledge, and then put back into the foundation of what we're moving forward and all the great things we have going. And also a big shout out to our Heritage Elite Training Academy, which is outside of our nonprofit. That is a training academy that is in San Diego right now. We have our own facility, and we train student athletes all the way from the age of 6 years old all the way up to a senior in high school and in college, and also professional athletes. And we're working on a second branch for Sacramento as we speak. So there are a lot of great things. Big shout out to our board. We might as well give everybody a shout out to the board. And we'll go from there, and we'll let everyone go tonight because we're right at 10:01. And we'll see you guys next Monday.
Right.